Hello, I'm Cassie F. A. Hayden. Welcome to my channel. Sorry. uh, I am holding Ash today because I just tried to start filming and he decided to be a complete and total asshole. Yeah. So I had to stop filming, delete my previous attempt at filming, and start over. You know, after chasing him down, telling him to leave the other cats alone. Yeah. So Ash is gonna be hanging out with me today. You know, he's gonna learn how to meditate instead of being an asshole. Yeah. Don't know why he's being such an asshole today, but he was told to stop several times and he didn't listen. So now he's gonna stay in mommy's lap and he's gonna be good for the whole film. So anyway, I know I promised you guys. Really? Really, Simba? Yeah, I saw what you did. My patience is running very thin with the cats today. But anyway, this is like the 20th time I've said anyway for a video today. But yeah, so I know last week I had promised you guys that I would do a yoga video today. However, it's been kind of a long week between going back to the soup kitchen after the holiday. Stop, Ash. And you know, Sam and I spent like most of the week doing laundry. I walked to the laundromat twice on Monday, and then stop, Ash. And then Sam took me to the laundromat on Tuesday. When he takes me, a lot more gets done, but I get a lot more worn out from going by myself because, you know, when he takes me, we can load up the car more and, you know, but I don't have to walk there. And when I go, you know, I'm determined to get as much done as possible. So I make 2 trips and it's kind of a long ways. It's not that far, but when you're walking, it's that far. You know what I mean? So stupid flies. But anyway, and then on top of it, you know, I didn't have enough money to actually dry my clothes, and I kind of thought I'd have more money left over to dry at least some of them, like the blankets and the um and the towels and whatnot. But because 3 of the washers that I was using, for some reason, every time I use those specific 3 washers in that laundromat, my clothes never get clean from those specific washers, but they get clean from every other washer. But this is only my second time using them, so I just kind of discovered that this week. So, um, yeah, so I would have had money left over to at least dry the important things, you know, like towels and blankets and stuff that like absolutely needed to be dried in the dryer. But I didn't. I ended up not having the money for it because I ended up having to rewash a whole bunch of stuff. So like all week long, I've been kind of having to hang up my clothes on hangers to dry them, which was the intent with most of my clothes anyway. I just had hoped I'd been able to, you know, dry the blankets and towels. But, you know, it's getting done. It's wearing on top of all the stuff we've done all week already anyway. Because, you know, the back and forth of checking on it to make sure it's dry and then switching it out for still wet clothes and whatnot, because I only have so many hangers. Would you stop, dude? Stop. I'm not letting you go. So just deal. Okay? I'll let you go when my video's done. Okay? You did this to yourself. I asked you to behave and you didn't listen, so now you get to stay in my lap until the video's done. I could lock you up. Would you prefer that? If I locked you up, you'd be meowing the whole time, and then I still wouldn't get my video done. Okay? So why don't you behave and just sit in my lap and be a good boy, okay? Be a good boy. I know you can be a good boy. You're a good boy all the time. Just be a good boy right now, okay? Be good. Be a good boy. Be good. So anyway, I'm just kind of not physically up for doing yoga this week. So instead, because of that, and because we already did the positive thinking video last week, I decided, and I don't have the stop it. I'm not gonna fucking tell you again. Stop. Sorry, guys. So, oh, patience. Give me patience for these cats. Some days they are my lifeline, and some days they are the thing that makes me want to scream. Yeah. But, stop. So, yeah. Train of thought. Where'd it go? Okay. So, because I don't have my drum yet that I ordered, and I was going to order like this little Buddha buddy thing that's like supposed to it's supposed to be like a light that tells you when to breathe. So like it's sort of guided, but oh, I just poked you in the eye. I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to poke you in the eye. See, mommy loves you. Mommy just wants you to behave. Okay? Behave. So, stop it! Stop it! So, anyway, I was gonna buy this Buddha buddy thingy, also for guided meditation to help us meditate too. But I literally, the only thing I have for meditation is the one thing that you guys don't really like is the guided meditation on like apps, and you guys don't seem to like those. You guys seem to like it better when I kind of wing it and do it myself. But I didn't have the chance to buy the Buddha body thing, and I don't know if it would have come in by now or not. Anyway, if I had the money to buy it, but and my drum is taking freaking forever to get here. So because I don't have that stuff, and I am not in the right space to be able to do yoga right now. I neither have the room for it in the room that I was going to do it in, with all the laundry like all over in there, nor do I have the energy for it. So today I've decided, to do a little bit more of the pathworking. Now, last time we did pathworking, we kind of focused more on creating our safe space, and we mentally went into my safe space, to my little pond in the clearing in the forest, and we imagined exactly what that would feel like in real life. Every detail of what a sunny day next to a pond with our feet in the water, the smell of the air. We imagined all of that together. Like I said, when you do that, you want it to be as detailed as possible, because you want to feel like you're there so that you can help you relax. So that's a very helpful way to relax with path working. But stop it, Ash. Stop. So the path working that I want to focus on today is the other side of that clearing. Not the pond, but the building itself, where we go to find um, our spirit guides and uh, our spirit ancestors and whatnot, and find guidance and whatnot from them. Now, I've never actually done this before. I've read about it. I thought of trying it, but I've never actually done it. I have experienced something similar to that, but I've never actually gone to into my pathworking to find stop to find spirit guides or or ancestors or passed away loved ones. So that's what I kind of want to do today. See if I find anybody there. If any of you guys imagine that you can find anybody there in your building, in your path working sacred space, you know, however it works for us, we'll see. Ash, stop. You're gonna make this video very freaking difficult. Very difficult. We can't meditate with you being an ass. Okay? You gotta behave. Got to behave, little buddy. Okay? I love you. Behave. Can you behave for mommy? Please? I know mommy yelled at you a little bit ago. I know. But you gotta behave. Okay? Fine. You can go, but behave. Okay? Alrighty. So, just like before, we want to close our eyes and do our best to feel as much at peace as we possibly can. Don't. Hold on a minute there. Now you're going to leave them alone, aren't you? Aren't you? Yeah, you are. Be good. I apologize for that. Alrighty. So, sorry, I've got the burps for some reason today. Could have something to do with the fact that I can't take my acid reflux meds because I can't get them refilled, because I can't get anything refilled right now, because I currently don't have a doctor, because apparently my doctor did not appreciate the pharmacy reporting him for not filling my insulin, as if it's my fault. So, yeah. That's probably why I have the burps, because I can't take my acid reflux meds. But anyway, so we want to do our very best to ignore the cats and their naughtiness and and relax and breathe and close our eyes and ignore the beeping that is coming from the ceiling. And we want to imagine our door and just, imagine our doorway and imagine that we are standing up and walking. Imagine, do not stand up. Just stay seated and relaxed and imagine that you are standing up and walking to the imaginary door, your doorway to your safe space, and we open the door, and again we are in our forest with our light post, and we are walking down the path through our forest to our clearing, however long it takes for us to walk down our path to our clearing. Beautiful forest, peaceful, relaxing forest, all the way to our building. Ignore that. He's in a mood today. And his mood is trying to put me in a mood today. He's usually so well behaved. Oh, goodness. So, we are... You don't want to go there today, dude. Stop. No. Are you going to behave, please? Behave. Okay, please. That doesn't help us imagine our safe space, now does it? Alrighty, so we are in our safe space. We are in our forest. We come to our clearing, and do not scratch on my door. Ash, do you want to behave or do you want a spanking? Because I don't want to give you a spanking. But I do want you to behave. Will you behave for me? Look at me. Look at me. No, I'm over here. Look at me. Look at me. Do you want to behave or do you want a spanking? Hey, look at me. Do you want to behave? Yeah, you won't look at me because you know you're in trouble. Do you want to behave or do you want a spanking? That's what I thought. They don't get spanked very often. They usually just get threatened about it. Sometimes they push me to it. Sometimes. Very rare. Sometimes. Ash! Stop. I don't use this to spank them, but I do use it to whack the counters and the tables and the other things, and the sound of it whacking furniture scares them into behaving. So, I would never use this to actually spank them. I mean, even though it's like hollow plastic, so I mean, it might not hurt them, but I don't want to take the risk that it would. So I just basically use it to scare them by whacking it on things. It works. I'm sure you probably just heard me a minute ago whack it on the bed. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what that's for. I don't hit my cats with objects. I'll give them a tiny little swat on the butt, like a gentle swat, if they push me too far, but I prefer threats. Because threats are violent. And sometimes they work. Even a noise, if it works, you know? Even a scary noise, if it works. But anyway, oh, goodness. I know this is probably not helping anybody focus, and I have ADHD, so I know it doesn't help me focus. ADHD and anxiety and social anxiety and PTSD makes it really difficult to meditate when your cats are being assholes. But anyway, but it's still important, you know. It's good for you. It's good for you guys. It's good for your mind and your body to meditate and relax, and yeah. Ash, you are not helping. Stop it. Ash. Enough. Enough. Buddy. Please stop. Okay? Please. If you behave, maybe mommy will give you a treat after your dinner tonight. Maybe. We'll see how well behaved you can be during my video. Okay? You can be really, really good for the rest of the video. Mommy will give you a treat. Bribery. Hey, it works with kids, right? Sometimes. But anyway. Okay. So we have we have gone through our trail in our woods, our path in our woods to our clearing, and we are at our clearing where our safe space is. um, in front of us is our building, and it can be any type of building you want. Anything that suits your fancy. Whatever feels right for you. My building, I'm not really sure why, but I've always kind of had a thing for Grecian buildings, like the Greek columns and the domes and like the curtains between the pillars, and I just always thought that was beautiful. That's just me. That always just kind of felt right for me, which is weird because I don't have any Greek in me at all. Not a drop. But it's always felt really right to me. So that's what my building is. So in my clearing, in my safe space, there is a beautiful round Greek column building with white columns, white pillars, and a white dome, and and around it, between the pillars, blocking the inside, the ability to see the inside of the room is, beautiful silken red curtains. Don't ask me why red. It just feels right. I don't know. It just feels right. Um, so So we want to approach our building, whatever our building looks like, whatever our building is, and we want to approach it and we want to enter it. And once we want, again, like the pond, we want our building and the inside of our building to be as detailed and feel as realistic as possible, because that's how this works. Stop scratching my door! Now! So, the more detailed we make this, the more realistic it becomes in our mind, and the more likely it is that we may possibly get a visit from one of our spiritual ancestors or our spirit guides or a deceased loved one. And it's knock it off. and it's actually much safer to commune with them this way, because this is how the Native Americans did it. Exactly the same, only like in their minds they didn't like create a Grecian building or whatever. But shamans from all over the world have been doing it this way, communing with their ancestors for centuries. So, but the reason why it's safer to do it this way with the path working is because you're not actually messing with spiritual communication tools. It's all in an imaginary place. It's all in your mind. So, you know, it's all up to you. You're not leaving your body to visit with them. You're not pulling out tools that invite things in that aren't welcome. this only invites who you want to come visit. Like if you're looking for a spirit guide or an ancestor or a specific loved one, that's who visits you, because that's what you chose to see you. And it may not work out. Something that you may not be able to have anyone visit you, or you may have someone visit you because, you know, maybe there's someone there with you at the time when you do it, and maybe there isn't, you know, or maybe you're not able to focus strong enough, or, you know, sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. And I'm basing this entirely off of what I've read, because again, I've never done this before. um, I've done pathworking with the sacred space, the safe space, multiple times. I have gone and done my sacred space pathworking to commune with some other things like you know, the fae and whatnot, previously before, but never have I done it with spirit guides or ancestors or a spiritual loved one. So this is kind of new for me. And I don't think I'm going to manage to be able to work it out to do it myself today, because somebody isn't listening. I'm behaving. Yes, Mommy's mad at you. I love you though. Can you behave, please? You're ruining my video. I love you. Behave. Okay. Okay. Come here. Come here. Hey, look at me. Look at me. Will you please behave for me? Please. I love you. And I thought this would be the easy video to do today. Apparently, Ash decided that's not going to happen. So, again, you want to put as much detail into your building as you possibly can, so that you can focus on it as strongly as possible, and make sure that if there is a spirit of that type around you at the time, and usually there is some form of spiritual guide or ancestor or loved one around you at all times, because that's just what the spirits that haven't passed on yet do. They stay around and they keep an eye on their families. That's basically what they do. Most of the time, for the most part. If they're good spirits, that's usually what they stick around for, is to watch over their loved ones and guide them and help them. But anyway, so we want to put as much detail into it as possible. Like I said, my building on the outside is a round Grecian building. And I know they usually don't make them round. Usually they make them kind of rectangular. But mine kind of has like... It's hard to describe. It's kind of like a mix between a Grecian building and like Stonehenge. If you can imagine that. But that's kind of like what it feels like. Kind of a mix between the two. So, you know, there's the Grecian columns, and then there's the red curtain. We want to, we want to walk up to our building. I part my curtains and I walk through into the room, because it's a one-room building. And I see there a golden table laden with food, and and Grecian bench chair thingies. They kind of shaped like that with the bottom like that, and then there's like cushion on it. I actually have one in storage. It's kind of my favorite chair. um, but anyway, you know, they're really beautiful chairs. So there's the Grecian little bench thingies all over the room, kind of like placed next to each column. And then like around the table, and on them is like little red cushions, with little gold tassels hanging off of them. Leave me alone. Oh goodness, it's a day. So so we go into that room, and whatever our room looks like. And the reason why there's food and drink at the table is like everything's easier. Every conversation is easier with food and drink, right? I mean, everybody is more relaxed when they can sit down and have a drink and have something to eat, and even imaginary food, imaginary drink, it's still relaxing. So, now I'm going to pretend, since I'm not able to actually focus today, thanks to Ash. I'm going to pretend that I'm imagining today that my grandma is coming into the room. Like, I have come to the table. I have found a bench for me to sit down at. I've sat down. I've taken a golden pitcher and poured myself a golden goblet of wine, and grab myself a handful of grapes or whatever suits your fancy of whatever you feel like munching on while you're waiting. I don't know, today just feels like a grape sort of day. And it goes really well with wine, so why not? So, the curtains part on the other side of the room, opposite of where I entered, and in walks my very beautiful, very caring, very loving grandmother, Ursula. Yep, that's her name, Ursula. This is why I have an obsession with the original Little Mermaid movie, because we have an inside joke. but Mama, you're the sea witch, but I'm the good sea witch. It was cute. It was a cute thing we grew up with. We just kind of had that thing. So my grandma enters in the most healthy way I remember her. Not the way she passed away. Not all sickly and skinny and not remembering who I was, unable to eat, unable to walk. We don't want to remember her the way, we don't want to remember our loved ones the way we lost them. We want to remember them at the best that we knew them. So, and that's how they want us to remember them too. So that's why, even as spirits, or even in a pathworking, we imagine them to be exactly as they were when they were at their best, when we were able to see them at their best. What are you doing now, you little turd? Please behave. Are you gonna behave now? I know why you're limping so hard. It's because you won't leave the damn girls alone. Maybe if you'd leave them alone, you wouldn't be limping so hard. You'd think he'd be like, hey, my arm is crippled. Maybe I should leave them alone. Nope. I love you. Stop it. So, so we, whether they're showing us that part of that side of them, or if we're imagining it, either way, in a Pathworking, we're gonna see them at their best. You know, not not the way they passed away. We're gonna see them, how we want to remember them, how they would want us to remember them, in their favorite outfit, their hair all done up nice and healthy and smiling and happy and exactly the way we loved them. So so she's walking in her white jeans and her jean shirt with the little lace patches on it, on the sides. She was very strange. She wore a lot of very country stuff. um, I don't know why she loved it so much. I think it had something to do with Grandpa being very kind of country. She used to dress us up like the overly done cowgirls in in like cowgirl pageants with the big white hat with the big fluffy pink feather on the top and like glittery things in front of it. And yeah, I hope Mom threw away that picture of me when I was like 5 or 3 or somewhere around there. I don't know, but that was her favorite outfit. Pair of white jeans with a jean shirt that had little white lace patches on the sides. And her hair was kind of a fluffy red, like strawberry blonde red permed afro. Which shockingly actually looked good on her, believe it or not. And just healthy and smiling and beautiful, and you know and I'm going to imagine, I'm going to pretend that if I were able to actually focus, Ash, if I were actually able to focus today and be able to imagine visiting with her, I'm going to pretend that she's basically like saying the same thing to me that she said in a dream that I had when I was pregnant with Avea, which was quite a long while ago, as she's going to be 16 this year. She had come to me in a dream while I was pregnant and told me that everything was going to be okay and that she loved me, and basically promising me that she was going to watch over both of us and, just kind of always be there, watching over us and making sure we're okay. And it really helped me feel better despite all the crap I was going through at the time. And I was going through a lot because of his well, I don't want to call him her dad, but because he's not a dad. He's her mistake of DNA. He's her sperm donor. The pervert that helped create her, that added his DNA to the mix. Anyway, he is not a parent. Parents don't do the things that he does. He's not a good person, which is why he's not in her life. But anyway, I was dealing with a lot with him, and I was kind of terrified about what was going to happen to me, to her, to both of us. I was afraid that one or both of us were going to die. I thought he was going to kill us or steal my baby and give her away to somebody because he had said things. Stop it. But so, I was kind of scared at the time, and her visit to me in my dream really helped me feel better and relax and be able to better deal with the situation. I think that might actually have been what saved my pregnancy, because I was so terrified that I went into labor 3 times while I was pregnant with Ovea. I was literally just that stressed out. And with my autoimmunes, it's hard to get past the first trimester to begin with when you're not stressed out, because with lupus, the illness sees the fetus as like an illness, a foreign entity, so it attacks it and kills it. So you frequently miscarry. So I was lucky to even make it to the 3rd trimester. And I was so stressed out that I almost miscarried her because of all the crap that I was being put through with him. So I was on bed rest. I was on pelvic rest towards the end because of having gone through labor twice before she was born. Stop it. But so that dream really did help me get through it. And I feel like she kind of knew I needed to hear it. And I feel like she knew I needed her. And imagining her telling me that she's still right here with me, watching over me, still loves me, still making sure I'm okay, you know, that would always be a comfort to me. So, you know, that's what I would like to imagine she would say to me if I were actually able to focus and be able to actually communicate with her in my Pathworking, which I can't do because Ash is being an asshole. And now Spell wants out of the bathroom. So anyway, once you stop it. Once you get through your little visit with whoever you decide to meet in your Pathworking, in your sacred building, your sacred space, you then want to tell them goodbye very lovingly and you know, politely, and you know, exit your side of the building back towards the path, and you know, you want to walk back down the path through the trees to your lamppost, which is what guides you back to your door, and go through your door and go back to your sitting body, which you actually didn't leave because we aren't astral projecting. We are just imagining Pathworking. That's what Pathworking is it's imagining. And we want to sit down and we want to close our eyes and relax and open our eyes back up and be awake. And our door is gone, obviously, because we are awake. And aside from the nightmare that my cats are being today, I know they're usually so good in my videos. I'm sorry they're being so naughty today, guys. You know, they're cats. They're gonna have their bad days. They're gonna have their good days. You know, they're living things. You can't control whether or not they're gonna always be good or you know, when they're gonna be bad. Hi, Simba. You want to hang out with me? You want to say hi? Say hi. Hi. Say hi. Say hi to the people. Yeah, you're being good, aren't you? Yeah, you're a good boy. You know, Ash isn't being very good today, but you're being good, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah. And Cinnamon Roll's over here being good. Yeah, look at her being so good and sweet and pretty. Yeah. She just rolled over and wants me to rub her belly. Yeah. She's a sweet girl. Yes, I know. She's happy because she got one of her blankets back in the laundry. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video despite the very irritating nonstop distraction of Ash. I hope that at least you guys were able to relax and focus and manage to do your path working despite the distractions. I might have to redo this video in the future. Not this week, but you know, at some point. Here's Sage. Say hi, Sage. Say hi. Yeah. Good girl. But at some point, you know, redo it when the cats are behaving and actually try to focus and you know, get some real work with the path working done. But anyway, I hope it was helpful for you guys, so that even if you couldn't focus while watching the video, maybe you got enough information from it to be able to do it on your own later. Whatever helps you guys, I really hope it helped. That's the whole point of these videos, is to help you guys learn tricks and methods to help you guys relax and be at peace and, you know, whatnot. And I hope this video was in some way helpful for you guys. And you know, if you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And there will be more videos like this in the future. More path working, more meditation, more yoga, and you know, never know. Maybe some facials. Who knows? I don't know how I'm gonna do a facial while on video, but maybe we'll figure it out. Knock it off! But anyway, I better let you guys go so I can open the bathroom door and give the cats a good yelling at. Oh, goodness. And I don't know. Maybe they need to get fed. I don't know. I mean, I did feed them this morning, but I haven't given them their dinner yet. So maybe that's why they're being dicks. Who knows? I mean, I don't think it's time for them to be fed yet, but I basically do it when I feel like I have the energy to do it. So they get fed at some point during the day, every day. But yeah, so maybe they'll behave after I make them some dinner. Who knows? But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and have a beautiful day. Again, like, share, and subscribe, and you are appreciated, you are loved, and you are blessed, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye. I apologize. I completely forgot about our anxiety cards. The cats stressed me out that much. So now I've got to pick out our anxiety card for today from our Cats Against Anxiety card deck with those cute little kitties. Aren't those kitties cute? And this, I forgot to read this part on my last video. It says, meow, these 50 wallet-sized cards are your trusty companion in your journey against anxiety. Pick a new card as part of your morning ritual to start your day. Keep it on hand and use it when you are dealing with unwanted feelings or panic situations. Last week's card was this one. The cute little Russian blue. This week's card is a cute little lilac point Siamese that says, "You are enough." And you are. Don't forget it. You are. And it says, "Trash it. What are some anxious thoughts on your mind?" Free your mind by writing it down. Once you've gotten it all out, crumple it up and throw it in the garbage bin. Okay. That sounds helpful. I mean, I'd probably burn it, but because setting negative feelings on fire, and please do this safely inside of a fire safe dish outside, surrounded by dirt. With a fire extinguisher and lots of water. Safely. If you're going to use fire, trash probably works just fine. But setting things on fire, setting negative thoughts and feelings on fire that you've written down, kind of banishes it. So that's one way to do it. But you don't have to. You can write it down and throw it away. It's safer that way. But yeah. I do really like these cards so far. I mean, I know I've only read the two, but I did kind of browse through them before I started using them for you guys when I got them. So, I do really like these so far. I like how positive they are, and I think they're very helpful. So, hopefully they help you guys. And I'm sorry I had to come back and had forgotten to do our daily card, but now we have our daily card, and I will show that to you guys. Trash it, and if you guys can see, I hope you can see it. Is it too close? Is it not close enough? I don't know. I can read it again, but I think you guys pretty much got the point. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day.